Hello, good morning. Welcome back. The Argyle Breakfast Show has returned after a brief hiatus for the international break. We're hoping to bring you a good show today, waking you up, of course, as always, in the greenest way possible, ready for a weekend full of football. We're down to just the 1 hour show today, of course, because of the early kickoff against Watford. That's a 12:31 this afternoon. Nevertheless, great show lined up for you over the next 60 minutes to keep you in the matchday mood. So let's have a little look at what is on the programme for the next hour. Argyle's adventure stateside in the TST tournament is just 2 months away. We're going to hear from two of the players who have already signed up, Jake Jervis and Graham Carey. Former Pilgrim Ryan Dixon will be dropping in for a chat about his time coming through the ranks at Argyle, amongst many other things as well. And we'll get an update from the Evergreen team on what's in store for members over the next couple of months. So as you can see, just the beginning of what is lined up for you over the rest of the morning. Lots to get through as we kick off at 12:30. Football returning for the final 5 weeks of the season now. So we are very much in the business end here at Home Park. 8 matches to go, starting of course this afternoon with that trip to Watford. Match passes are available online right now. If you haven't got them already, do head over to do it, or maybe just wait until the very end of the breakfast show and then you'll still have plenty of time to go and get them on the website. So over the next hour, I'm pleased to say I'm joined as always by none other than Aaron Cusack in the hot seat. Aaron, how are you?
Very well, Erin. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I've had the luxury of having my own international break.
You have had your own international break.
So,
jet setting around Europe.
I know. Well, this is the thing. I suppose when you're working around the football schedule, you've got to kind of take those little moments. You don't want to miss anything, of course.
Absolutely not.
While, of course, very sad, no football for the weekend. Very nice to be indulging in an all-you-can-eat buffet in another country. So, you've got to weigh it up. What did you get up to? Anything exciting?
Not loads, no. Just a little bit of work, and I went up to St George's Park, at the National Football Centre up there, to help launch a new project that I'm involved in, so that's exciting.
It's really exciting. And what's it like? Of course you're here around Argyle a lot. What's it like then going up to St George's Park, for example, and seeing the facilities they've got up on offer there?
It's state of the art. Yeah, what was really good as well, because it was the international break, it was really bustling.
Okay.
So there were lots of different national teams there, all different age groups. There was a random tournament going on one end of the area with like Holland, Serbia, Israel, under 20s. They were playing their own tournament, and England under 20s were there, the under 16s were there, the 19s were there, the 21s were there. So it was a real bustling environment. It's just, if you've not been, it's an amazing place. It's, as you would expect.
Can people actually just go there, like members of the public?
Yeah, I think so, because it's the Hilton Hotel is there as well. So I think you can book stays, obviously within certain parameters, like season moments and that. Yeah. But yeah, it's worth a visit if you ever get a chance to go to it. It's up in Burton.
Yeah,
we'll
have
in the
to
middle.
work out a deal so people can go up and visit to watch you doing your stuff up
Absolutely,
there over the summer, over the
training.
training. Are you an Evergreen member? If not, why not? There's so many benefits to being an Evergreen member, and if you are one, of course, you will know all about them. Your member fees go directly towards helping the club, and you can choose where the money goes as well, either into the first team, into the academy, the women's team, the Forever Green Fund, or into the sports science developments as well. So lots on offer. We're here to tell you all about some of the amazing benefits, but there's no better person really to do that than Tim Herbert, who joins us here from the Evergreen team. Benefits and prizes and all sorts of things going on with Evergreen, isn't there, Tim?
Yeah, it's evolving all the time. We started December 2022, so 2.5 years we've been going, and we're developing all the time. The core benefits are a significant discount for season ticket holders, which there'll be a deadline in a couple of weeks for next season's season ticket. On that, for those people who aren't season ticket holders, there's ticket priority windows, which obviously the Liverpool game was a huge pull for membership. Premium members get a free shirt. We do souvenir packs, discounts all over the club. I think the one thing that we've really developed and quite proud of is the prize draws. We're doing more and more exclusive prize draws for Evergreen. So stuff that people couldn't get to do.
Yeah.
And probably the best example, on Tuesday we've got a press conference with Miron.
Okay.
We did one with Wayne Rooney
Yeah.
sort of back in September time, and we've got 20 Evergreen members who will come in and be the media for the day, sit there basically and ask Miron questions and just get to experience the sort of...
I suppose it's, it's opportunities that people might not necessarily get to before. We can see on the screen there, just some of the examples of things that you can become eligible for through the Evergreen programme. I think when it comes to football and supporting football, of course, buying a ticket and coming to a game is a great way to show your support. Being a season ticket holder, is right up there. But I suppose with Evergreen, it's giving people, a little bit of an extra touch as to how, Argyle is such a community team. People really feel involved. So actually being able to pledge your support in a slightly different way beyond just having the season ticket, or, like as we said before, choosing the avenues that maybe have particular interest to you as a fan. That's a nice way to give back. Yeah,
it was really interesting when the idea first sort of developed, and there's a chap called Ken Sharp who sort of brought the idea to the club, and as it was evolving, we put together this launch video, and we travelled around. We went to Ken Beale in Launceston. We saw a chap called Paul Sweet in someone else in Cornwall. I can't remember, but anyway, we travelled around recording these videos, and the sort of unanimous view from people was they wanted to just, if they could afford it, just do that little bit extra. And the big selling point was they get to pick how their money is spent, where it's directed, and it goes to football operations. It's the stuff that they really care about. Again, as we've sort of developed, we've changed it to, it's a past, present, future. So you can pledge your money to the past, i.e. for Evergreen, Argyle Legends, the present being the men's and women's first team, and the future being the academy. And it's a fairly even split.
Okay, well that's...
I'd say the academy's probably number one.
Yeah.
And then the present just edges the past element.
So we've made another substitution here in the studio. Fullback for fullback. Mark is out and Ryan is in. Hello, how are you? Welcome.
Hi, good. Thanks for inviting me.
No, thanks for being here. I mean, you've been back-to-back matches now, part of the Argyle TV team, haven't you?
Yeah. Originally 2 years ago I was involved a little bit, and then stepped away obviously for
I
jobs.
remember because there's that photo of me and you that looked like we were wearing the same pair of jeans.
Yeah, I remember joking about it. We literally did have the same jeans on. They were tight.
Oh, I want to know more.
Yeah. Both got good taste.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Big fans of the Skinny Jean Club. I think I may even be wearing them still today, but you imagine Ryan and these. This is exactly what it was like. On to more serious matters though, Argyle TV. Great to have you back, doing the last couple of games. How have you been finding it?
Yeah, enjoyable. Obviously, testing times at the moment, but the games have been interesting obviously to watch, tactically good to watch. Tactically, the games have changed a lot, I guess, from Rooney's time to the new manager, and what that looks like, and it's a little bit more horses for courses, if you like, I think, in terms of trying to get results. But I think it's probably fair to say now that they've probably come up a little bit short in terms of points for the season. And it's now what they can gain from the rest of the season, positives they can take out of that, looking towards next season, I would have thought.
Yeah,
because you came up through the ranks when Argyle were in the Championship before, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like, what was it like having that experience and then kind of looking at where Argyle are in the Championship now?
Yeah, I mean, I was not 9 and I've got into the first team at 17, Championship at the time. So made a few appearances, then got injured, was out for 2 years, but those times were brilliant. I mean, you had obviously Sturrock, Bobby Williamson gave me my debut, and then there was Pulis, Holloway coming after that as managers. So really good for me as a young lad to learn. But the club, in terms of its infrastructure, it's obviously financially, I think football clubs do that, businesses do that, they go through different times and periods within you know, a prolonged period. So then obviously financially the club had a tough time. Had to sell all its youth players, I think, when you were around then. Some really good talent, and then had to rebuild. And I mean, obviously the owner and the infrastructure now is completely different. I mean, when I was there, Plymouth were in the Championship, but really infrastructure wise was a League One club still. Overachieving massively, probably financially overstretching. Whereas now, you know, it's done the right way with the infrastructure and how they can kind of financially give themselves a platform to build upon. So it looks a lot differently. It's obviously, you know, the feel and the fans and everyone, the feel around the club, even though it's not been obviously the most, let's say, the season which an outcome of the season we would have hoped for, but there's been a lot of positives within the season with the cup runs, and it's still a great experience match day wise, and the club's come on, like I said, leaps and bounds from when obviously I was here originally as a player.